Hey, all you mask makers out there. I'm Brooks, president of the Robot Group, and I've started making these metal nose strips. They work out just fine, and I'm getting a lot of requests for them. I've sold over 4,000 of them so far. And in my process, I cut them on my shear, posted a video of that, and after that I have this special process of rounding out the ends in big stacks, and that goes real smooth. I can do really large quantities of these things really fast in all the other steps. After I get about 1,000, 2,000 of them, I toss them in the tumbler, and that takes all the rough edges off, so there's no sharp metal edges that'll cut you. You can do that all day, and that's not going to be a problem. But the only problem is my tumbling system, my vibrating finisher, leaves this grit residue on it. And I've tried multiple ways of getting it off just by washing and flushing them, flushing out the tumbler. And no matter what I do, I can't seem to get all of the residue off. The only thing that really works is with what I do is I take a bunch of them, put them in a little tub, and pour a little bit of alcohol, just regular rubbing alcohol, and I just wipe the residue off with the little piece of paper towel, and after a while it'll probably leave your fingers a little bit shiny with the residue. You can do it with rubber gloves on. I'm just all out of rubber gloves. But I work with aluminum all the time, and I do this kind of stuff all the time. It's never been a problem. But the only problem is doing these one at a time, or 2 or 3 at a time that I do, just takes forever. Now I can produce 1,000 of the strips a day, right up until this point. And then it takes me to go through a batch of 100, takes, what I'm doing in batches of about 200, takes me about an hour and a half or 2 hours to do 200 or 300, I don't know, somewhere around there. I haven't really kept track, but it's just impossible for me to do it all by myself. I can probably crank out 4,000 of these a day if I don't have to do this part. And that allows me to provide metal strips for hundreds of people, hundreds of you mask makers, and I can be far more productive if I can just get your help doing this one last little step. I mean, each mask maker doing this one little step at the start of each mask making session would just be so much more efficient of my time and my machines if I don't have to do this little step here. So I'm going to post this video on how to do that, and I'm going to put a link to it in my listings on my Etsy page. And if I can just get y'all's help, just understand this is my bottleneck here, and 100 mask makers can just wipe this out in no time. But for me to do it myself, it would just slow me so far down. We wouldn't be able to get nearly as many nose strips made. And if I can just get your help doing this one little step yourself, I apologize for the process, but that's all I've got so far. So if you can do that, that'll help me out, and it'll help everybody out. I can produce so many more nose strips. and that seems to be the one thing that a lot of people are having a hard time finding. Just keep on making those masks, and I'll keep on making these nose strips as fast as I can. And who knows, maybe we'll catch up with the orders eventually, and everybody will be able to have stylish masks from all of you Etsy mask makers. Okay, thanks a bunch.